What's up gamers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. The sequel we've all been waiting for is finally here. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 picks up where the first game left off, following Henry's journey. If you're new to the story, you will get caught up with the basics of Henry's story. However, many characters from the original appear early on, so it's highly recommended you're at least familiar with the events of the first game, either by playing it or watching a detailed summary. This time, instead of going from hero to zero, Henry starts as a capable-ish guy who develops into a complete badass. The game immediately impresses you with its high-quality story and presentation. The score, the cutscenes, and the voice acting are all exceptional. The visuals are bright and crisp, making it feel like a big step up from the predecessor. You'll encounter memorable characters, a sense of history, and a good sense of humour. After a lengthy intro sequence, you're given a vague objective and a massive region to explore. You'll want to spend time improving your skills, helping people, and doing side quests. You'll start off frail, the economy is tight, but you'll have complete freedom. Whether you choose to steal, lie, cheat, or talk your way through things is entirely up to you. The game really shines in how it's constructed. It feels like everything has been accounted for, very similar to Baldur's Gate 3. The game adapts to your choices and mistakes with a few moments and dialogue that reflect your actions. Even failing a skill check can lead to interesting new scenarios. But you all know the game can be brutal. You can completely screw yourself into a corner and find yourself reloading an old save. The game is equally happy to let you suffer the consequences of your actions. You might lose 40 minutes of gameplay if you don't use save potions often. That said, it's that kind of in-depth RPG where your choices and mistakes are reflected in the world around you. For example, if you sneak into an area instead of fighting, the dialogue will actually acknowledge that. You'll also experience detailed mini-levels within the main story, with multiple characters to interact with, objectives and secrets to find. Combat is challenging and demanding, and even after dozens of hours, it's still a big uphill battle for me. The directional based combat is back with a few less directions, but it's faster and more responsive. It's not easier though. If you don't like the combat in the first game, you might be turned off. But their new weapons, including advanced crossbows with different ammo types and early makeshift guns, or boomsticks as they're called. You'll also have a faithful dog companion, Mutt, who I highly recommend you get as early as possible. The game's crime and punishment system is really interesting. If you commit a crime, there'll be an investigation. If people recognize you as the perpetrator, they'll spread the word and you're in trouble. You can try to bribe the guards, pay a fine, or return stolen goods, but if you resist and end up killing people, the consequences are very severe. You'll end up executed, flogged, or put in the stocks. There are real consequences for your actions in the game. How you dress and act affects how people react to you. Dress like a peasant and people will tell you to piss off. Dress like a noble and you'll be welcome. Your reputation can change depending on how you present yourself. You also get better at things by doing them more often. As you level up, you gain perk points that you can use to unlock various traits. There are lots of stats and buffs to consider, and you can focus on being a fighter, a sneak, or a charismatic talker. Survival elements persist. You'll need to manage your sleep, hunger, and equipment. Hunger is less demanding than the first game, but still you'll have to manage. The regions are huge and immersive. The cities feel incredibly dense and detailed. There's a strong sense of adventure with lots to discover, like camps, mysterious huts, wolf packs, and abandoned graves. The map is not cluttered and offers plenty of breathing room. Performance appears to be good. There's a day one patch coming, but even without it, I suspect that the experience will be pretty solid. There is a few quirks throughout. Sometimes characters don't react to what you're saying, or that they may hold up an empty mug, but none of these issues significantly impacted my enjoyment. The combat has been tweaked, making it easier on mouse and keyboard. You no longer have to worry about bottom left, bottom right angles with your mouse. Combos are pretty straightforward. Lockpicking has also been improved. The game features a massive world and the map is initially covered in fog. You'll have to explore and uncover it for yourself. There are tons of side quests and an intriguing main story involving a bodyguard trying to prevent war. But in my opinion, the best story is a story that you'll make for yourself. You can do whatever you want in this game. whether it's a hero or a complete nutter. It's brutal and it's not afraid to be offensive. It will definitely not be a game for everyone, but it's a fantastic RPG with a massive world that'll let you create your own story. The progress is great, especially in the professions. Blacksmithing is really fun and you can get some great perks. Alchemy is back, but again, as in the first game, I wasn't overly keen on this, but it's there for the people that want it. There are bugs, and that is a shame they exist. You'll see characters walk through each other in cutscenes and clipping into doorways. The voiceovers are mostly good, but the occasional ones are not that great. Overall, I think you could get well over 200 or 300 hours in this game because there's so much to do when you take into account all of the side quests. So is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 worth buying? Absolutely. It's a lengthy game that demands your time but is incredibly rewarding. If you enjoyed the first game, you're going to love this. You fans, be patient and willing to persevere. You'll find a truly unique experience. It's an old school RPG with great story and memorable characters. It's not like a lot of games on the market these days. It's an old school RPG with some great story and memorable characters. I highly recommend this game. I really think you should jump in. If it's tough at the start, honestly guys and girls, just stick with it. You'll get there and it'll be so much more rewarding. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, as I'm a brand new channel and every subscription is worth 1,000 for other channels. Thanks a lot.